We recording?
We recorded.
Hell yeah. What's going on, listeners, man? Welcome to the High Nines Podcast.
Yeah.
I am your co-host, DJ. I go by Heavy most of the time, man, so you guys can call me Heavy.
It's because you got a gravitational force.
I love it, man. I'm sitting here with my bro, man,
What's up? Everybody calls me lazy. Government name's Zach, but you don't need to know that, so that's fine.
Yeah, man. The reason why we started this podcast is just because we know that there's a large majority of the country that still doesn't have access to some of the best weed, man. We live in Washington State where we grow some of the best weed on the planet, man. And so we figured we go ahead and do a show. We smoke enough weed. We've been smoking weed for a long ass time, and so we figured we'd go and highlight some of the local dispensaries that we got around the area, and kind of talk about our favorite strands and what we think of some of the products that these dispensaries got. Talk about some of the best farms and everything else, man. Everything
talk about the best grow ops that are coming out, some of the best strains that are coming from them. Yeah, fucking how well a joint is rolled by a company. All the little shits.
Since we became legal, there's been a lot of like different technologies that have come out. In regards to weed and the whole cannabis industry. So now there's crazy grow systems and operations, and there's all type of crazy joint rollers and
every kind of way to smoke everything. There are dabs and shit now. You remember when dabs came around? That shit was fucking crazy.
My first dab was out of a light bulb.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, my first dab, there was no rigs, there was no anything.
Yeah, not a fucking thing.
My buddy was like, hey, we made this different kind of hash. It's basically hash. It's just pure weed, He put it in the light bulb and torched the bottom of the light bulb, and we hit dabs out of this fucking broken
ass light bulb.
It was crazy. What are we smoking on today, though?
That would be from our fine friends down the way.
Oh, yeah, actually, so we're in the Nine Media studio. Those of you watching on video can see us. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, we're in the Nine Media studio. But our studio is actually in the same industrial complex as a dispensary, as the High Fidelity Dispensary here on Mukilteo Speedway. So
I'm glad you remember the name.
I did remember
so
the
bad
name
at names
because I give people directions to the shop, and I always say, yeah, you know where the High Fidelity weed store is?
Shop? So down at High Fidelity right now, they got the Tommy Chong Private Selection Special Joint Pack, 4 joints, 4 full gram joints for, I think it's around $25. $25? Right.
It's not bad for a pack. How are they 1 gram joints?
Yeah, 1 gram. So you get 4 grams for $25. So like
not bad.
That's really good when it comes down to
$25 eighth pre-rolled.
Straight up, already rolled up for you, ready to go. They smoke great.
Yeah, I was just about to say that I'm like puffing on one right now, and they smoke really, really well. I mean, they use the typical raw cones like most of the people do, but you still get a lot of bad joints with people who just
so bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad joints out there, but this one smokes really well.
The startup on it, I would say, is a little slow comparatively to some joints. You don't get like a fat gnarly hit right off.
Yeah,
of the
it's
jump.
very controlled. It's very controlled. You can kind of puff on it, take as big of a hit as you want, and it's not gonna let you like get that extreme amount of smoke that's gonna make you harsh out. So it's enjoyable to smoke. On the negative side, because there has to be some negatives. I will say it is not the tastiest of weeds. It's not like if you're looking for like a flavorful joint, then this probably won't be it.
Yeah, it's kind of bland with the flavor. It really doesn't have like good or bad flavor.
It's not bad at all.
It's like a nothing flavor.
Yeah, it's really like it's like the water of weed. Like
it really is.
You need it. It's good to have around. You'll be glad that you smoked it. Did you just ash that in your pocket?
Instant replay. I was about to take my shoe off, but I have to untie it.
I was like, we're not just gonna zip past that. You just like open his hoodie pocket and just ashed right in the hoodie pocket.
I once was a poor boy. I used to get a lot of shit for ashing in my shoe too.
I got that from you, and actually,
Yeah.
I get a lot of shit. From
I
it.
fucking because like what the fuck? No one gives a shit about the fucking bottom of your socks. Who gives a fuck? Them things are getting
Yeah,
sweaty
I saw
and
that, and I was
disgusting.
like,
anyway.
"Oh, that's fucking genius." And then I did it in front of somebody, and they were like, "What the hell are you?
What are you doing? Like, you couldn't just find somewhere else to ash? And it's like, why would I disrupt the flow of everything else in life to just not ash in my shoe?
Yeah, I've definitely done it every single time I haven't had an ashtray.
But if you're at somebody else's house, it's at least like if anybody does give you shit,
exactly.
you're like at least I'm the most respectful
Yeah, I'm not
fucker
gonna
here.
ash on your floor. And shit,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. I'm not just gonna assume that I can
Smoker
ash wherever the
etiquette.
fuck I
We'll
want.
probably have to make a whole a whole episode dedicated to smoker etiquette.
Just
because,
big time.
yeah, some people fuck it up really bad, and they can really ruin a session.
And then the big question that I always get is it pass it to the left or pass it to the right?
Well, you know, in our circles, we pass to the right. You know,
Yeah,
so we,
most definitely.
Yeah,
But I've
yeah.
had people get so upset. They're like, so right is wrong and left is right. And I'm like, you're fucking wrong.
Left is
Right is
best.
right.
Yeah, right.
Always.
Right is only right.
It is what it is.
Right is right.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, and so did they list what the
Yeah.
what is the actual strand is on here?
So the strain that we're smoking is garlic cookies GMO.
Garlic cookies. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely can taste the like I can feel the cookies. I can't really taste anything, but I can definitely feel the cookie effect.
Yeah, I feel like the little bit of flavor you do get is the slight hint of garlic that comes through. But there's, like you said, there's really no distinguishable, like, bud flavor.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to crack open this jar right here from our friends at Glen Haven,
I like
this,
Glen Haven. Give me some really good stuff.
This stuff is from a local place down by my house, a High Society. Shout out to those guys. Get your prices a little better, though. Like, this stuff has got a real pungent, fruity sweetness to it.
Oh yeah, that smells incredible.
Right? Now, taste-wise, when you're smoking
man.
it, does it have as incredible a taste as that fragrance is?
Yeah, that smell is. Wow, that's
Not
pungent.
nearly. It's about 10% of what you actually smell that you're actually getting in taste. And some of that could be my
But-
disgusting pipe.
This Greenhaven strand that he's talking about, which is a tasty name of the strand is Tasty Waves.
Oh, yeah.
But it actually tests at 26.3%.
Yeah. What was this? This
THC.
says...
Yeah, it has a 0.1% CBD total for total 26.4.
Yeah, these bad boys are 20.6%.
Those are
in
the
their
joints.
max
The
in
joints
the
that we're smoking on right now. Those.
Yeah.
What was the percentage?
20.6% in
26,
THC and
20.6.
0% CBD.
No CBD, all the good stuff. That's all
And,
the stuff you want.
According to them, it's a 90% indica.
Indica. I'm definitely partial to indicas.
Oh,
These
yeah.
prefer
Indica is
indicas.
100% my preferred smoke. If I'm going to smoke anything, I'm more likely going to smoke an indica. Every once in a while, I'll grab a sativa just to see, because you'll get some really tasty sativas
Yeah, that's
that
why
just
I
hit
like
you
smoking
weird.
sativas. Some of the sativas just taste really good to me, personally.
Yeah, you
I
get a
do
lot more of
appreciate the heady, goofy high that you get from the more sativa dominant strains.
Same. I like
But,
the body
But
high
for
that
me,
I get from
smoking
the...
on my personal time, if I'm really trying to, be stoned and I'm trying to,
Get to the
feel
level.
good, get to that level, I
Then
need an indica.
it's
I need a
indica.
heavy indica too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even like a mix, even a 2080 indica.
If I'm
it's not
going
enough for
bowling
me.
with the friends or out to the bar, I'll smoke a sativa like indica blend, just so
Yeah,
it
but
gives
that-
me like
exactly,
that
I'll do a
nice high,
hybrid. Yeah, I'll get a
smiley
nice
feel.
hybrid for that.
But then I just pretty much don't go 100% sativa. Anytime I go sativa, it's gonna be a blend, just because the last time I had like 100% pure sativa, I fucking thought the world was after me.
Yeah, I'll smoke sativa. Like, most of the time, if I go to my shop over by my house, which is the Green Lady, I do love their prices. So shout out to
They kick it. They
the guys
kill
at
it.
Green Lady. They kill it on the price side. So if you guys are in the Washington area, most of the shops that we check out, definitely go and check them out.
For sure.
And tell them Nine Media sent you. The guys at High Nine from the High Nine podcast. Tell them that we sent
Most
you.
definitely.
And yeah,
Maybe in the future when
we'll
we
see
say
about
that,
getting you guys some discounts at
Yeah.
these places for bringing up the podcast.
we'll see
and
what
bring it up
happens in the
today.
future. This is podcast 1, so we're really just testing out the waters here, seeing if you guys, like what we're bringing to the table. We're gonna be trying out like bunch of different strains.
Oh, it's not gonna be just flower either. We're
No.
stoners. I'm a dab head. I probably dab all day long.
I dab way less now, but I used to be. I smoke way too many cigarettes, though. I smoke like 2 packs of smokes a day. So dabbing, like, I get hot and my lungs get filled with fluid very quickly. But I love them. I love them so much.
Dabs are a whole different level. If you haven't started taking dabs yet and you smoke flower,
oh my god,
it is what you are. It's that dragon you're chasing for that that first high you're chasing.
Yeah,
when you take that dab,
it will get you there.
Oh yeah, it definitely puts you in that mood. Now I've gotten to the point where I got to take 3 or 4 dabs to get back to that level.
See, that's why I quit originally.
That's why you gotta kind of chill out for a little bit, get that tolerance back up.
Exactly, because now I take, like, you seen the other day when you gave me a dab, I was like, I had to stop after the first one. I was like, hold up. And I'm never usually that guy if it says no to weed.
Yeah, there's some. Oh, I can't wait till we review some dabs, man. There's some good dabs.
Oh my god!
And I'm gonna go into not dabs altogether, but a particular dabs. This company, Two Heads, incredible dab makers. Their syringe dabs are, bar none, the best tasting things I've ever tasted in my life.
So hard to do, because most of the time when you get the syringe dabs, they taste kind of like vape juice.
Yeah, or medicine.
They have like a weird fucking, because of how they make it liquidy.
Exactly.
I guess glycerin or
but the Two Heads, the guys over at Two Heads, I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with any of those guys yet, but they make, and my favorite one from them is Skittles. They have a bunch of different flavors. They're all named like fruity or delicious stuff, Skittles or mango peach or whatever, and and whatever. The Skittles is bomb. I literally, if they have it, I buy as many of them as I can afford on that day, because they are the best thing smoking.
And I bet they sell out quick,
and they sell out quick.
Yeah,
if you can get your hand on those Skittles by Two Heads, you are in for a treat. Not only are they the best tasting thing, but you are actually going to get a nice, good stony high from them. They're incredible. I mean, just recently, they disappointed me because they switched. They're, I guess, clearly trying to cut costs. They switched their syringes from the glass syringes to little thin plastic syringes. They didn't change the amount, still a gram for, I think it's like 30
but
bucks or
when
so.
you go to heat up a fucking nail and you got plastic compared to glass that can handle it,
exactly.
I don't want to smoke my plastic.
Exactly.
I want to smoke my dab.
And it made them really difficult to use. I mean, to be honest, it just made them really difficult to use. So anybody from Two Heads is listening, I'm attacking you in this. You guys need to go back to the glass. Walden makes some syringe dabs too. And they're still using the glass. Their glass is just a little bit short and stubby now.
Walden's be making?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but not as tasty. Still really good distillery. They really good dab makers.
I don't suggest their bud.
Yeah, the bud's lower shelf quality.
But that's because they aren't.
It's their market.
They're not a grower. What they do is they buy from growers.
That makes sense.
At low cost, the stuff that they aren't going to sell, then they repackage it and sell it. So that's why you get such a good deal through them. They buy from a lot of the outdoor stuff. And I had a lot of clients when I was working in the pot industry that fucking swore by it. Like, they like that outdoorsy, tasty, kind of hay, tasty stuff. And it gets them stoned. So they're like, fucking, I can get an ounce for $50.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Why not?
And so people would buy it. So, like, if that's your thing, great. I'm a hydroponic guy. I like hydroponic, sticky,
absolutely.
icky, which we don't see so much anymore, even since legalization.
Because of the popularity of cannabis.
And they were 3 months behind, and all of the growers were like 3 months behind when 502 came into play. So they've been trying to pick up the pace from then, and it's really hard to do when you have a time-limited crop. Like, it has a certain amount of time it has to grow. And so people have tried to cut corners as best as they can. They've done some experiments with it, but it just is...
never works out well.
Yeah, and that's why companies like Walden came into play, is because they will pick up that kind of stuff and...
I'm glad that they're still using the glass syringes. Actually,
that's dope. I didn't even know they were doing oils. That's
I empty out their... Once I'm done with their syringe or whatever dabs I'm smoking on at the time, I'll end up going back and getting some 2 heads, and I'll just warm up the 2 head syringe
Put
and
it
then
into
put
that.
the whole syringe inside the glass syringe by
That's the way to do
Walden.
it. It
Yeah,
sucks you have to do it.
Yeah, it
but
sucks that you have to do it, but yeah, whatever.
if it works, it works. But
Yeah.
having to do it kind of.
How you feeling, man? That was a decent joint. I like
I
like
feel
that.
good. I feel good. I got some of the what do you call semi-stutter vision.
Yeah.
Um,
I had that slight like decrease in the eyes.
Yeah,
little
the,
bit.
like,
I
weight.
can feel the weight in the eyes a little bit.
yeah, like a little back in the back of the cornea type feel.
Yeah.
Kind of numb feeling, which is good.
Yeah, I got the slight earthy taste kind of left in my mouth. It's not a huge cotton mouth. It's not, it's not extremely bad.
Not super bad.
Usually the weeds that harsh you out a lot cause that cotton mouth.
Super bad,
after
yeah.
you finish smoking.
Yeah, either that or like super just flavorful chronic for some
Yeah,
reason.
that'll leave
It
your
waters your mouth immediately and then dries it out like the desert.
Yeah,
That's so weird that your mouth does that too. That it gets wet initially and then
The
gets
human
so
fucking
dry.
body. The
Doesn't make
human
sense.
body. What you gonna do? Go figure.
Right? It does all kinds of crazy shit. The fact that you have THC receptors in all of your organs, though, is pretty fucking nifty. So you have THC or tetrahydrocarbonyl 9 receptors in your liver, heart, brain, and all that. So you have cannabinoid receptors in all those places, so you can gain the cannabinoids, and that's what gives you all the medical effects, which is pretty insane that the human body has that built in. And why would it have
It
that
just
built
does
in?
it all automatic, like we're built for it, man.
Yeah, that's what it's like. We
natural.
evolved with weed. It's an obvious thing if you have these like receptors for this one thing to be built into your body. Even though you can get cannabinoids from other types of plants.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I just found that out recently. There are other kinds of plants that have cannabinoids in them.
I want to smoke them.
Yeah, me too. I think roses actually have a certain amount of
Word.
cannabinoid in them, and that's why people smoke them. There was a good sale going on.
Roses.
On
Knowing that they have cannabinoids in them, I might smoke them. But
yeah, the
probably
rose
wouldn't have
petal joints.
smoked Oh, you know what? I do remember those.
Yeah,
The rose petal roll joints. Actually,
Yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't know if
I
it's
did know that
because
they had
the rose-
cannabinoids in them, though.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
do
know
remember
that it had.
that little phase that we had around here of the.
They're still selling them. They're selling them. Soulshine sells them in a packet
I believe it.
of 2 for a pretty good. It's like $12 or something like that.
I believe it. I like it.
They hit pretty good. Not gonna lie, they hit pretty good. It doesn't even look like an actual rose petal. It's like crushed rose leaf and into paper, and so it looks like paper, but they're actual rose petal papers.
Nice.
And it tastes like rose petals. It gives you a little more of a calming feeling when you're smoking the joint, like a little extra body high.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's actual cannabinoids that are in roses because I'm just dumb and I don't really know whether or not. But I'll find that out and I'll let you know next week.
Hell yeah. If there's something in particular that you guys want to see us smoke, a particular strand that you want to see us pull out and review, we will do that for you. Whatever. We'll do whatever you guys want to see. Gram dab challenge.
Ooh, yeah.
That-
Does this mean that we should be bringing like the Weed Olympics from 75th back?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Back from the trap. Hell yeah. We'll bring back the Weed Olympics. We'll bring some homies in and smoke them out. We'll bring some guests. We'll see if we can get some other growers and some of these store owners in here to talk about their product and get them to take some fat rips off
dabs
some
and
shit.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means that we need to be like doing bong building compos and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, we are in the middle of quite a few glass makers. That actually would
Yeah.
be really cool to have at the show. So if that's something you guys want to see, comment, leave a review, let us know, man. But this is gonna be pretty exciting. This is an easy thing for us to put together for you guys because this is something that we do.
Yeah, we just do this, so all we have to really do is sit down.
and hit record, and so we can bring you this kind of value if it brings you any value, day in and day out, and that's what we're gonna do. But today's episode, just as a reminder, was brought to you by. This is not sponsored by them, by the way. Tommy Chong's private selection of Gorilla Cookies, 90% indica. Test at 20.6% THC, no CBD. And that's from our guys downstairs at the High Fidelity
Yeah.
Dispensary
Super good
here
people.
on Mukilteo Speedway.
Super good people since we've been here.
Yeah, they've been cool.
And we've been going with down there.
Really good neighbors to have.
Super great. They're super nice. Like I brought a bunch of people in there the other day.
Oh, word? Nice.
Yeah, and they were top notch.
Okay. And good with those guys.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't been there yet and you go there after hearing this podcast, definitely tell them the guys from High 9 sent you.
Yeah, say upper right.
Yeah, guys
Don't
on the
know
upper
exactly
right.
what you mean.
But yeah, that's it, man. Don't forget to leave a review on this podcast on whatever platform you're listening to it on, so that more people like us can chill with us, man, smoke with us, and that's.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't have a sign off. What else you got? What else you got for 'em?
what's the average time that we're thinking that we want to do for people on like a regular basis of a podcast?
What time are we at now? How long has it been?
I have
Can't see the
not
clock.
a clue because we don't have it set up yet to where I can see it close enough with my old eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But soon.
I'm like afraid that I ramble or and it just goes on for an hour and a half.
I mean that's really like podcast is supposed to be like roughly an hour, right? So
I listen to all kind of podcasts. Sometimes they're 8 minutes. Sometimes they're an hour and 8 minutes or
No
an hour
shit.
and 40 minutes. You know.
I've heard of a 10-minute podcast. It was called the 10-minute podcast, but it was an hour and 10 minutes.
Bro, actually, if you guys might not know this, we own a media company. I also own another business. We do a lot of stuff. We own with marketing and stuff with other businesses, which is our day jobs. This isn't our day job, just sitting around smoking weed, I promise.
Yeah,
But
100%.
But
We only do this when the dark falls.
in my real life, I watch a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. I'm high. What was I gonna say about that? We were talking.
Is
about
his
something.
podcast short?
So that's what it was. Thank you for reminding me. His podcast, it's random as shit. Sometimes it's an hour and 45 minutes long. Sometimes it's an hour long. Sometimes he gets on the mic for 6 minutes, and it's a whole and that's what the podcast
No
is.
shit.
So I don't think there's necessarily a format, but as long as there's value for us to bring, I guess we'll stay on until it's over.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
at
when
least
we
long
have
enough to smoke
more,
a joint and tell you about it.
yeah, when we have more products to review and like actually smoke up.
Oh, we'll do a tough smoke session.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely hold them out. I just don't want you guys to think that you're being shorted any time. Just wanted you to know that like we will be doing it for as long as we have the time to do it and the stuff to smoke or people to talk to and review the product.
Exactly. I don't think we'll ever run out of stuff to smoke. Just we literally smoke every day.
All day, yeah.
And we're in one of the best places in the world for smoking weed.
That's a fact.
We grow the best weed.
True.
I mean, if anybody in California want to argue that point with me, I'm more than open to the discussion. But I will tell you right now, I believe you will lose because there's not a better place, not a better soil anywhere in the world. Well, I would say anywhere else in this country to grow some fucking good weed. It's here.
Yeah, I've seen just not even taking care of stuff out in the yard.
Yeah, you can grow
chronic.
good. I've seen nice 6-foot plants on accident.
Yeah, on accident. Just
On
threw
ac-
some
just
seeds
on
out
accident.
in the yard. Yeah, just like, oh, and then they went. All right, well.
Yeah. But that's
So-
it, man. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to review the podcast so that all the other stoners can find the podcast and smoke out with us.
Yeah, you'll be able to find the audio version on pretty much everything. Spreaker, Apple,
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Google Play, yeah, wherever.
iHeartRadio, iTunes, all of that stuff.
For video podcasts, you're going to have to check us out over at YouTube. Go and check us out there. And like, subscribe, comment, and share with a friend. You know? We appreciate it.
Yep. Blaze up, man. Peace.
Stay high to the 9.